Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Today we have Karo against Herb on Forgotten Forest. So in the top right, we have in the pink, we've got OOE Karo, and in the bottom left, we've got AH Mad Herb. I believe this replay is from a couple of years ago. I don't think it's actually brand new. I'm thinking like 2016, maybe it was even earlier than that. I'm not 100%, but we are on the original Forgotten Forest. So we've got Herb in the bottom left with Cyan as Tox. Supply, barracks, war factory going up for Herb. Everything completely standard. And then we've got Karo. He is Superweapon though, so got a bit of an unfair army disadvantage. He has placed a drone over here, probably trying to scout any workers that are going past, and he did scout one. We've got a dozer crush actually coming in, unfortunately missing the worker. I don't think probably either player was paying attention there, but the dozer actually is going to get in the supply line for Herb on his unsafe and probably crush a load of workers. I don't know if Herb is actually paying attention. This is a very high level game. Karo is one of the best players that Zero has seen, and also Herb a very top player as well. So actually a ranger there killing the worker. Very nice from Karo. Got a worker going across there. This dozer is still causing havoc. I think that's the second or first worker gone down so far. Another worker killed there. Herb not splitting his workers up to try and give them the most chance of surviving. But then the dozer is going to go down to the two RPGs. Meanwhile, we've got Karo is now established on two supplies and actually getting the oils as well. So Herb actually aware of that. I think he saw the ranger go down to the bottom right. But that's a very good deny, because if those two oils get captured, that's a very, very hard thing to come back from. Karo actually building a war factory in a bit of an odd position. And we've got another dozer. So we actually went 3 dozers. Got another dozer trying to crush this one. And I think is there RPGs inside of there? No, I don't think there is. And his worker deny has been fully on point. We've got 2 terrorists. Are they going to kill each other? No. Usually if they're together with the toxin general, the toxin radiation somehow kind of bugs out and kills the second terrorist. We've got a power plant in a really odd position. What is it with Karo in this replay so far? I'm building stuff in really weird positions. Oh, tentacle's going to go down. Herb's like unit, I don't know, what do you call it, micro prioritization or whatever he is concentrating on has not been really on point. We've got another 3 tentacles come in, and Karo seems pretty insistent on finishing this oil, which is a little bit ambitious. The 3 tentacles are going to come in and immediately finish off those infantry that were there. Of course, there are terrorists and RPGs out now. That power, is it going to go down? Hope choosing to leave it for a second. He's got terrorists inside one of those. Oh, actually, it's this one. That's coming in now, and this is the tech RPG, and Karo is going to feel some pain here. Probably 1V going to go down, but laser lock's on point as well. 2V's going down. So the damage from Herb actually so far has been pretty nice. Tunnel going up over here. This tunnel has not been finished. That power was kind of left, or just left. Not kind of left, just left. We got power rebuilt from Karo. Was anticipating that was going down, but Herb's oil denier in the bottom right has been non-existent. I've got a Schnook flying around. I'm not sure quite what he's doing. He's trying to drop some ranges into one of the buildings, but he's going to go for the top left oil. I think he's going to go for the top left oil, but there is sadly now a tunnel there for him. So that probably is going to be denied. It only takes Herb to pop out a technical and stop that. Oh, really unfortunate there. I think that what I was just saying has happened. Probably 1 or 2 of the terrorists have gone down there, and their supply actually just surviving. So that's actually a really nice bit of luck there for Karo. We've got rangers coming in now. He's going to do a ranger drop in the supply line. That's going to cause a little bit of harassment for Karo. He's going to have to go and for Herb. Herb's going to have to defend that now with some tentacles, but they should all go down pretty easy. I'd pick off the missile defender first, because that's the thing that can kill tentacles. He does pick that off, but this is giving Karo time to build up. He's weirdly building a airfield, which I don't really like, because the Comanches aren't that strong for Superweapon General. In fact, they're not very strong at all. Load of technicals coming in now for Herb, and Herb needs to cause some damage because the number of Vs out now is up to 5. And these technicals with this weird terrain has not proved very well for him. But one technical actually... Sorry, one technical RPG is going to pick off a V, so 2 Vs going down so far. Bit of trade-off from both players, and this is probably working out better for her because you want to be trading off like this. If you're the Tox player, you can afford to be doing this because you can just spam tunnels and technicals all day long. More Vs going down there, and these Vs are actually pretty empty now. More and more Vs. Actually, that engagement started off not very well for her, but now he's getting up 2 tunnels. He's got a load of RPGs inside of the base of Karo, and these RPGs are causing massive, massive damage. They're now to the Chinooks as well, but this whole time, though, he has got this oil, so any damage that he does take, he can he can be getting the income from the oil, which is kind of paying for his losses over here. But I really, to be honest, can't see any way he's going to be able to win this already. Oh, the Comanche is in now, and maybe it actually was a good choice, but it should go down very quick to the very few RPGs that are left. Chinook there, not quite sure where he's going, but actually he's now on fire. The Chinook is on fire, confirmed. Another Chinook going down over here. Technicals causing massive, massive damage. There are a load of missile defenders here, and we've got 2 Comanches out now, which is going to push these technicals back. Herb is building a stinger in the base of Karo. It's not going to succeed because the Comanches are going to come and clear it up and save the day. Chinook does go down, and God knows what Karo was doing with these Chinooks. I suppose because he can't collect here, he's going over to collect from the enemy supply, which actually is working out a little bit for him. But as default, that Chinook is going to come back over here and land back here. But this whole time, Karo's got this oil. Even if Herb just sends 1 quad over here and puts it on guard mode, that would be really nice. The Comanches are now out, and actually these Comanches maybe not such a bad call by Karo. Herb going for the dozer hunt and actually not going to succeed. Another Chinook going down there because there is a quad out now, and Herb's aggression is working out pretty nicely. We've got 3 technicals and a quad out now. Herb obviously having to put in the quads in the mix because the Comanches are out, and these Comanches are actually helping out really, really nicely. So Karo is going to hold on at least for a little bit longer. He's got a command center going up. But not collecting on 1 supply is really, really bad. He's only on 1 supply, 1 oil, which isn't the greatest. Only 925. Got Herb on 173. 5 workers back at home. Worker going down over there. That tunnel was finally cleared out. I forgot to see when exactly that was. But Herb actually looks like he's going for the oil. No capture upgrade from him yet. But we got a nice load of Vs out now. And depending on how full them Vs are, yeah, they're pretty full. So Karo's actually not in a bad position now. With these full Vs and no palace, and not really many technicals out now, because he's having to mix in these quads. Karo has kind of forced him to switch off just pure technicals. To be honest, if it was me, I'd still be spamming the tunnels, and I'd still be spamming the technicals, because the free RPGs that you get from the tunnels will be good enough to put inside the technicals and then pop out whenever you want to kill the Comanches. So that's the combination mix that I'd be going for, but Herb choosing to mix purely into quads, which actually, if Karo stays on Vs now, that's not going to work out so well for him, because everybody knows Vs all day rip through quads, and quads are expensive as well. Herb actually is now on his own oil and actually going to kill the enemy oil. But as soon as he backs off from Karo and lets him get a strategy center and lets him get a Auroras, which is probably going to be something we're going to see, then it's not going to be good news for her. That's going to be a lot more difficult to win the game then, rather than the early game. But we're approaching now, going into the almost 10th minute. The tunnels have all been cleared out, and the quads are clearing out the oil for Karo. So we've got 1 oil advantage up for Herb now. But I'm going to give Karo a lot more chance than he than earlier on in the game, because the longer the game goes on, the stronger Superweapon becomes. But the technicals, sorry, not the technicals, the Comanches are all going down there. Bad engagement there. I think he thought Herb wasn't paying attention, but the amount of quads out has just torn through them. Is there going to be another pop here? Now, yeah, there is, and he's going to try and get these Vs. 1 V is going to go down, and the other V is going to be chased away. If that's microed correctly, you could probably pick off at least 2 of these quads now. Just needs to be very, very careful, because this terrain as well doesn't really help, the bumpy terrain. Herb's actually coming in, but I'm not sure this is the greatest engagement. 1 quad already going down, and the units inside that V are vetting up as well. 2 more Vs are going to come in to reinforce this army. We've got an A10 strike coming in. It's probably going to be going for the oil, and I don't think one A10 can kill it. In fact, I'm very sure that it can't. It's damaged a little bit, but if there's a worker anywhere nearby, that's pretty much a waste of an A10. Unless Herb doesn't heal it for the rest of the game. Ouch. That was very painful to watch. V taking out a technical, but then ran into it, and the terrorists inside have detonated the V and the ambulance. Actually, that's probably a better hit for Herb than actually hitting the supply or something. Killing that V was very, very important, so that's actually a really nice hit. The Spectre gunship has come in and actually wrecked Herb's base. The war factory or arms dealer is down. The supply dock, or the supply stash rather, has gone down as well, down to the hole, so he's not going to be collecting for a hell of a long time. And quad's now pushing in from Herb. Toxin tractor probably would be nice here because this has got some I think it's got some ranges in it, but now, ooh, very nice from Herb. That's actually caused massive damage. Rebel ambush wrecks the garrison and all the missile defenders inside of it. I think that's what Herb was planning on doing with the quads all along. That's why he was pushing into that. Or as necessarily, I didn't think that was the greatest idea. Command center, of course, is now up. I didn't even spot that really. Chinook is just escaping, and the supply, what's it called? The supply dock? Yeah, supply center. Sorry, for Karo. It's now going down. One of these units is going to vet up to vet 2, so that becomes a hell of a lot stronger now. Herb is going to try and capture the war factory, force the sale of it. I'd prefer just to kill it, because again, you get the XP and you get the veterancy on your units. That oil isn't actually being repaired by Herb, so that might actually come back to bite him later on. We've got first black market going down. Hope we see some workers' shoes. The rebels are going to try and push the Vs away a little bit, which will just allow Herb's army to escape. I would put these RPGs inside of the inside of that though. That's a big mistake if he doesn't go inside of there. Yeah, that's a bad mistake from Herb. He should be definitely going inside of there because these Vs wouldn't be allowed here right now. Bit of a mistake there from Herb. We've got 2 black markets going up for Herb now. I would prefer probably see it at this stage only 1 because he has invested 5,000 into that. That's a hell of a lot of money to be investing. Chinook has been left out of position, and that is going to be going down very, very quick. No bounty upgrade yet from Herb. Because otherwise you would see these quads would be earning money as they're killing units. But Search and Destroy is still up, and these Vs have got the extra range because of that, and these quads are going to have a hard time. 2 quads going down so far, 3rd quad taking heavy damage. This is a big waste from Herb. Massive, massive waste, and that's a Vet 2 one as well. This is all extra XP going to Karo, so probably going to be on Pathfinders very, very soon. Those quads completely wasted. How many quads were there? About 6 or 7? Bear in mind they're $750 each. It's a huge, huge waste from Herb. Massive waste. First market is up, second market going down, and not sure that's the greatest of idea by Herb. That's 7,500 at this stage in the game. That is a massive chunk of money to be investing. But 1 buggy out and 1 Jarman. No more units wasted there for Herb. And the Spectre gunship actually coming in now. That's a bit overkill because the A10 before already had that damaged. So the Spectre I would have rather see hit a black market. That would have been better. And then use the A10 a little bit later on to finish that oil because it wasn't being repaired. But Karo just not taking any chances. A10 comes in, clears this tunnel, and Herb is getting pushed back now. And I mean, yeah, great, he's got 4 black markets, but because of that, he's lost all map control. Whereas otherwise, he'd probably have a hell... Imagine investing 10k in units for GLA Tox. You'd have loads more tunnels, you'd have loads more units out on the map, and you wouldn't be losing this map control. His oil has now gone down as well. And this V has pushed another tunnel back. But you see, USA can see everything that is coming now because he has complete map control. You see the map control that he has. He only really needs a drone here, and he controls pretty much a good 70% of the map at least. This V is going to push even more and more tunnels back, and Herb is now on a 5th market coming. But are we going to see Auroras from Karo? That's going to be interesting if we see Auroras or not.
Unit lost.
Nice rebels there from Herb. Has cleared the only V out. And that tunnel is going to survive for a little bit, but the Comanches could just come in. They could clear out that and clear out the tunnel. Probably would clear the tunnel first because the tunnel is the most annoying thing that you want to clear. But Herb's going to be left in a situation where he is just isolated in the corner of the map. But he's going to have plenty of money, I would imagine. But Karo actually doesn't have so much money. He's only got 3,400. He's got plenty of drones out now, so he's got massive control. Herb is on 1,800. Another market going down, so it's going to be on 6 markets. Did we get workers' shoes? I don't think we... I don't know. No, he didn't get workers' shoes. So that's a mistake. Unit going down there for Herb. I think it was a quad. But Karo has complete map control now, but he has a money disadvantage. So the question is, does he want to place down any supply drop zones and play the long game, or does he just want to try and win the game before that, just with the support powers? Maybe an Aurora. He's got enough money for one big unit. Buggy going down there, but these Vs are ultimately pushed back. Six markets now. It's on 2,500, so he could buy another one. Karo sending an inspector. Still collecting over here. Doesn't have the... don't know if he has the supply lines upgrade or not. Spectre gunship is coming in, and I think the splash damage is going to hit both of them markets, and no building upgrade from Herb. If you're going to invest so much in buildings, it's at least worth getting the $1,000 upgrade to help them, because those could have survived then. I think it gives them like a 50% extra HP buff. Having the building upgrade is $1,000. I got 2 Vs. Sorry, well, actually, yeah, now 2 Vs, but I meant to say 2 buggies and some quads. 1 V is going to get picked off, and the buggies are going to be chased away, actually just surviving. I'd like to see the toxin upgrade, the gamma upgrade from Herb as well. It's not investing even a half enough into the stuff that he needs to. He's just concentrating on markets, which isn't necessarily the greatest thing to do. Comanches are now coming in. Going to push the buggies away. And actually, Herb doesn't really have an answer for this at the moment. Another quad is produced now, but the buggies, sorry, the Vs are clearing out the markets. And the Comanches are defending these Vs. I think the Rebel Ambush, I can't remember the cooldown time, is it like 3 minutes? It should be ready soon. But this is going pretty close. Herb having now to sell their market, so you see what I mean? It's completely useless investing that much in markets. Still doesn't have the building upgrade. No Jarman. Barracks now going down, and the Vs are vetting up, and the Comanches are sitting back here just chilling. Got to remember the support powers for USA are much stronger as well. Bad pop there from Herb, and both of his quads that are popped out are going to go down. And tunnel going to get cleared out as well. These Vs just causing massive havoc. There is the Rebel ambush, and 1 V is picked off. Not both of them though. So the other V is going to be able to clear this up very slowly. Herb in the meantime is now on $1,000. Karo on 3,700. Still got some supplies there and not collecting. He's got fuel air bomb or leaflet drop. He's got A10 coming in as well. Probably going to be on the palace. I imagine it's going to be A10 and fuel air bomb. And an Aurora out as well now. So massive damage coming in. Ooh. Extremely bad hit there for Herb. Massive damage caused. And these last few units, I think, are they going to be able to... Oh, he's got 1 buggy left. So if he's able to clear out that that V there, maybe with a sneak attack, maybe he can still win. This is going to be extremely close. We've got an Aurora coming in now. Sorry, not an Aurora. It's a Spectre. And he's going to kill the arms dealer. But to be honest, you know what? I don't think actually killing that tunnel there with the Spectre is such a bad idea. Because if you clear out the tunnels, he's going to have to eventually come out somewhere. Comanches are coming in. That's a really bad engagement for the Comanches. Are both going to go down. Massive oversight there from Karo. Coming down to the last few units, and that's the last thing you want to be doing. We've got an Aurora coming in. So it's literally a V, an ambulance, and an Aurora versus what you can see here. The Aurora is going to come in and hit one quad. Particle uplink cannon is now produced. So $745. And now a leaflet drop is coming in. I don't think Herb can see this. He won't be able to see it until it's literally like right here. So a pop here could be really, really bad. The leaflet drop actually massively out of place. Karo misanticipating, if that is a word, where the units were going to be. The barracks is going to be picked off, and maybe the Revel Ambush is going to be able to save him again. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to survive that long or not, or if this V is going to die to the to these RPGs. That V is hanging around a little bit too long, just escaping and just in time. Quad is going to go down there, and we've got two rebels pushing forward. But this, these are the last few units now for her, but I don't think he can win. The particle cannon, the V, the ambulance, the Aurora, he can't kill any of them, I don't think. Even with a sneak attack, even with a anthrax bomb. Yeah, so that is a classic example, guys, there. GG from Herb. A classic example of where people investing too much in markets is not necessarily the right thing to do. Yes, sure, get 1, 2, maybe even 3 markets, but what about the build and upgrade? What about the gamma upgrade? What about spamming more tunnels, having more quads to defend against the Comanches? Because it's all right building all that money, and yeah, look, he collected more money, but he still lost the game. So it's just finding that right balance between markets and units. Either just build 1 market and stop, or 2 markets and then stop making them and invest the rest in the units, or slowly make them throughout the game, but make sure you prioritize having units and the upgrades first. That's just it's my take on the game, and you'll see obviously players like Size live into that strategy very much so as well, and wins a high amount of games as a result. So yeah, well played by Karo. Pulled it back from the beginning. He had the oil for a chunky amount of time, which I felt kept him in it. He lost loads of Vs early on, but then as soon as he kind of stabilized and pushed Herb's tunnels back, he had massive success, and then managed to pull him through and win the game. So GG, hopefully you enjoyed that one. It was a pretty good one. Off Tournament Desert, Forgotten Forest for a change, so it's pretty GG. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.